Yo, what up? Eret stream woo Eret pop.
Hello. Wait, no. Hello.
Hello.
And where's the button? Hello. How are you guys doing? I mean, 2026 has gotten off to a start. I can say that. Let me know if the audio is doubling or anything. I can't. I'm in a new space. New. Oh my goodness, new thing. Trying to work out how to set up my space. This is my first stream of 2026. My first stream since October. I managed to get a boyfriend. Congratulations. You went outside. Incredible work. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Have hair envy. I've got a lot of it, and I'm still trying to. I got my driver's license. Congrats! I also got mine. In case you didn't know, I'm now on the east coast of the United States. And I've got a new space. I've got more space because Los Angeles is fucking expensive. And oh my god, Athos, thank you so much for 40 months.
Your timing is impeccable.
Was that really quiet for me? Thank you so much, Athos. Wise Cat, thanks so much for 14 months. Happy New Year.
Hi, Eret. Happy New Year.
TS, thank you so much for 58 months. Penguin with the tier 2, you're incredible. MZ Poo, who's doing fantastic. Amelia, Taito, Dory. Thank you guys. I hope you're all doing fantastic. This feels like a family union in the best way. So, let me explain stuff that's happening with me, and what I want to do going forward. Because it is going to be significantly different from what you guys might be more familiar with me doing. And I want to try new things. So, jumping right into it, I've got a lot of space. Well, not a lot of space, but I've got more space compared to an apartment in Los Angeles, which means I can now have a permanent space for me to make things and work on projects. Uh-oh, did it freeze? Uh-oh, did it freeze? Oh no. But yeah, so now I have a permanent space to, yes, work on projects and such. And I am excited because one of the things I have gotten very recently, and I know nothing about, is this wonderful sewing machine right behind me. Clothing's important to me, but it is something I'm entirely unfamiliar with, and something that whenever I expressed interest in it when I was younger, a lot of if anyone doesn't know, fill you in on the Eret Alistair lore. I went to a boarding school that separated us for like male and female, and all there was like a sewing class there where you could learn how to use a sewing machine. We had to do it for one term, one semester, and then you could choose to do it. And basically, only girls were doing the textiles classes, and so I was like, well, I guess I'm not. I can't do that. It's for girls only, and I'm not a girl. So I am making up for lost time, and I really want to bring you guys along for that. Clothing is very important to me. Clothing's very important to my presentation, and I'm sure the presentation of a lot of you. And I want to be in a position where I can End goal. End goal. Far distant dream shot. May never happen, but would really cool if it did. Be able to make / design clothing or products that are seen as the best for genderqueer, non-binary, gender-neutral, or just gendered stuff in particular. For example, binders and a whole bunch of stuff like that, and just work with the community, work with people to really nail down what is important, what's the shortfalls of stuff that's already out there. But all the while, I'm learning how to do a whole bunch of cool new stuff. And hopefully some of you might be able to help me as well. I feel like starting a new skill is incredibly intimidating, but if we are able to pool community knowledge, we could do some quite fun stuff. At least I hope so. So, sewing machine, Ted. Let me give you a little peek at the rest of the space here. So we have my massive shelf, which we will. What's that? Oh, it's that. I don't have a ceiling. Ignore that. And then we've got desk, and other stuff. Looking pretty cool. I got these for free off Facebook Marketplace. I feel very accomplished. So I'll have space for 3D printing stuff. I'll have space for making things. Hi, Goose. You guys haven't seen Goose. Oh my god. Just a sec. This is my boy, the fella, my friend, Sir Goobington. Oh, thank you, Leo. I was already going to. The boy, the toasted marshmallow lad. Oh, also, update that. Where do you want to go, my friend? Another thing, which I'm sure would be new to a lot of you, is I also got a new snake. But some of you might also be aware, snakes and cats don't get on fantastic. So the snake scares the cat, and the cat scares the snake. It is a white corn snake with black circles all down it. Can you guess what I called a white snake covered in black circles? Just a guess. Any guesses? Domino would have been good. Oreo, yeah. We went to a like a reptile show, a local reptile show, and saw this snake, and
Welcome back, King.
it's a big snake. I can show you guys someday, but not while Goose is in the same room. Paprika, 61 months. Remember you talking about it, basic work. Yeah, I said as soon as I saw the snake and we were considering buying it, I was just like, we cannot name this snake Oreo. That is the most generic name for any creature that happens to be both black and white. So it stuck. It's a white snake with black circles. I don't know how else I can express. Let me see. I don't have my stuff set up perfectly, but I believe I could show you a picture on my telephonic device. There he is. There you go, look at him. You see some of those Oreos there. Maybe it's a bit of a stretch, but not the finest picture. Let me see. He's a massive fella. And if you're afraid of mice, that he eats frozen mice, but that's That's the lad. Big boy. And he's a very active snake, as apparently a lot of corn snakes are. So, you can just pick him up, and I can just show him to you guys, and he will just explore all over me, but primarily just be looking for a place to hide. So I don't want to do it for too long. But I've never been a snake owner before, and the snake is very cute. He's not wanting to eat much, but I'm going to keep trying because I want him to be the big strong snake boy. I don't know where I was going with that. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're doing fantastic yourselves. All right, other things I want to... I've got to work out a better place for this microphone. Other things I want to do, content-wise. So, yes, sewing, exploration, making stuff, exploration, very cool. But I also want to do more streams out in nature. Something that I have done, something I've experimented with a few times. My last stream I did, excuse me, when I was driving across the US, I did in a Buc-ee's parking lot off a Starlink system, and it was a stable connection and it worked well, and I've done a few other like off-grid streams like that, and I want to do more of those sorts of streams in really unique and interesting locations. I'm going to be spending a couple of months in New York for some stuff, starting at the end of next month. So I'll be exploring around there a bit as well. But if any of you have any ideas on like, hey, you're in this area, you should really check out this place. It's like the coolest. I'm going to be in New York City for a while, so if any of you know that area, just be like, oh, you need to see the thing. I just realized Eret's going to see me graduate twice. Twice? Isn't that a K-pop band? I don't know. Sorry. Congratulations. Well done. You're old now. Your joints are hurting. I'm sorry. You should see the Fremont Troll. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of stuff. I kind of want to do like streams in unique locations with unique, interesting people, and they can be interesting places like Central Park or in front of like some famous monument, or they could be more benign and more unusual, like middle of a field with like cows, or I don't know, somewhere else. I'm trying to like in the middle of like on a boat in the middle of a river or something where you're like, how the fuck are you doing a stream from there? And you're like, I could do a stream from anywhere. Because I just think it'd be cool to be like, and it's live, so you're in the space with the person, with the people. It's Troll Under a Bridge in Seattle, real fun. Anyone want some snow? I got plenty. Oh god, yes. If you are in primarily the eastern US, I hope you're all right. There's a lot of ice. I've never experienced that as someone with who has lived in Los Angeles for the past 8 years. Field of corn. Oh, I've got to do a field of corn. That's crazy. I have to. You should do a cow stream from my farm. You can't just say my cow farm and expect me not to show up. I will. Sorry if that's really loud, by the way. I can turn it down and stuff. Exploding trees are now a possibility. I live in fear. They don't live in the trees. They are the trees. I have a cow that's basically a dog. I love cows. They're adorable. And there are a lot more over here than when I was in California. It's a lot better weather for them. Feel so lucky I live in the West right now. Excuse me. I do find the weather in California really nice, but fuck, it's boring. It's so boring. I got a girlfriend, Eric. Congratulations on the girlfriend. You talk to people. That's an achievement. Some people don't. Well done. You reached out to someone at least once. Sometimes that's the bare minimum. Sometimes you just need to be like, hey, I think your vibe's really cool and I would like to get to know you better. Shall we go and get lunch and then walk around this area? And then some people might say, yeah, sure, why not? What do they have to lose? I've got a free Saturday. And if they're not down for it, whatever. Say it to someone else. Eepsy peepsy. There are Waffle Houses that are closed in the South. Dear God. Waffle House is closed. That's the ultimate. The ultimate sign that things are getting real serious. Yes, so I want to do more streams in nature. I want to do more of that. I also I need help setting up my space back here a little bit. I don't really know how to set this up. I might make this. These are just like IKEA tables. I've got a bunch of them. I've got a lot of stuff, and a lot of the stream decorations have ended up in they're still in the bags. They're still in the bags and the boxes that I brought over here back in October, November. So, is that a bag full of plushes? Yes, dear viewer, but not only is it one. Bear with me. Get it? There's a bear with me. Sorry. All right, just a sec. Let me show you let me show you what I got. Let me show you the things. Yeah. Another. Another and. Alright, well that could just be on the floor. Another. Wait. There we go. What am I looking at? Yeah! There's an Elmo in there. The plaid's iconic. Thank you. I've started wearing more, like, because it actually gets cold here, I can, wear more than one layer, and that's something I never got to do in LA. But now I can tie my shirt up like this. That's at least like 2 plushies. So, I have a whole bunch of shit. And this song? Alright. Okay, when it's tied, it is butch lesbian. We love cargo pants. These aren't just any cargo pants. Ah! The cable is too short. These are cargo jeans. Look at these. They have functional pockets. Functional pockets. Functional pockets. Functional
Love
pockets.
the shirt.
Functional
Less than
pockets.
3.
Functional pockets. What the fuck? These ones aren't real? No ass pockets. I've been lied to. Serafina, hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. 65 months. Jargo pants, fuck you. The first thing to come out of the, who needs ass pocket, though? I think Eret might like their functional pocket. If a pair of pants I'm getting does not have pockets, even if it is like the most beautiful, most eye-catching pair of pants in the world, I'm not gonna wear it. Would any of you like some exotic butters? I've got a lot of these. I don't know where to put them. This song's long. I'm skipping this. I just put on my chill list. Yes, exotic butters. If you have a fatty, it can actually be more difficult to use the butt pockets. Thankfully, I'm a baddie without a fatty, so I can fit a lot in mine. Cool. Once you learn that, so you can make the pockets real. Exactly. Okay, one of my favorite things on my Scout Citra. How you doing, dude? One of my favorite things on shirts, especially button-down shirts, is rolling up the sleeves like this. But you have to get like a really secure like roll that's like tight so it doesn't slip down on its own. I have a couple of shirts that have like a little button like sewed right there, and then on the inside it's got like a thing that comes out which you can then secure to the button that allows it to just like stay there without any of it possibly going down, and I think that is pretty cool. And I want to add it to all of my shirts. However, wait, that needs more impact. However, I don't know how to get material right now. And so I have just been butchering old shirts. You guys want to see what I've done? Very basic. So, I have... This isn't the one with any stuff on it. This used to be a sleeve. You know, a sleeve is that big, and when you have it like that. Charity shop's possibly great source of fabrics ever. True. I need to just go to a place and buy a whole bunch of $2 shirts. Long time no see. It has been a while. My last stream was in October 2025. A lot has happened since then. Sorry, I just needed to get that out. I felt like we could do that on behalf of the community at large. Uh-oh. Where did my stream go? Why are we dropping frames? It's been so long. Where's the bit that I did the stuff on? What the fuck? This is all just the offcuts. So, one thing I do want to do. I'm tired of living through unprecedented times. I like to go back to precedented. Boring's nice. I like boring. Boring's really fun. So I wish I didn't have to think about politics. Unfortunately, to some people, my existence is politics. So I'm just going to exist. I'm going to keep being the best I can. I'm going to be a good example for whoever I can be, and just enjoy existing as much as I can and do as much good as I can. That's the goal. Goose is like sniffing in a hole in the wall. I want to put like a little camera so you can actually see what I do on the showing machine. But yeah. Oh, it doesn't have a As an IR student, this time's crazy. As someone who also studied
Hi,
international
Erat.
relations.
Been a while. Hope you've been doing well.
It feels fucking crazy. Like the difference. I was invited to the White House in 2024. I went to the White House, got a whole tour, went to the press room, did the stuff. The part of the White House that I entered the building in no longer exists. It's been entirely destroyed. The East Wing of the White House is where all like the tours and the security stuff and the First Lady's office all existed in 2024. The next year, gone. It's existed for like 100 years. Now it's gone. Cool. And guess what they're building underneath it? A reinforced bunker. There was already a bunker below it, but in order to upgrade a bunker of that scale, you've got to destroy the building on top. So it's a cover to say, hey, this is a ballroom, so people can give me lots of money. Which it is. But underneath is this song a lot of people find sad. It's a good song though. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about that because I think we could all do with a little bit of an escape. A passive understanding that, hey, the outdoor situation is serious and something we should seriously care about and pay attention to, but it doesn't need to consume every single second of our lives. Do the best you can. Make the best of whatever situation you find yourself in, and care for fucking each other. I shouldn't have added that fucking in there. Care for each other. There we go. That's better. That's not going to get clipped out of, like, yes. Your birthday was the 9th. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. It was my first birthday in 4 or 5 years that I didn't make a content thing about it, so I felt pretty good. Yeah. Yes. Sincerely, Minnesota. Good luck, Minnesota. Goose is just staring at the wall over there. I kind of don't want to show you where he is because it's just full of boxes, but so yes. I really want to show you guys some sewing. They're at least fucking around. I don't even really know where to start. I've got this machine, and now I have the capacity to do stuff. And I'm like, where the fuck do I start? Case and Mooney, thanks so much for 30
Yeah,
months, and
50
Crows
months.
Goes
Happy late
50
birthday.
months! Your birthday cake was adorable. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, the cake was technically for my birthday, but honestly, the creation of it wasn't for me. It was a good cake. I got a Minecraft themed cake for my birthday. It was very cool. Yes, and that was my first Instagram post this year, I think. Cool. Do I have? Haha. Let's see if I can connect this. Have you had sewing lessons? No. I think that would. No, I know how to use a sewing machine. I had a semester of classes in. Oh, this one doesn't have the thing. Darn. Okay. Semester of classes in college. Not in college, in high school. You gotta start small. Take it from someone who started sewing a whole costume with a 2-week deadline. Start small, give yourself plenty of time to do it. Exactly. I want to eventually get around to making my own clothes and I'd have you guys make help me make creative decisions on the design of these clothes and how they're gonna look and different colors, different materials, whatever. But a lot of the earlier stuff is going to be me destroying things and then putting them back together and seeing if I can make it look any good. Because I think that sounds interesting. And maybe I make a shirt that fits me horribly, but maybe I make a shirt that's actually, like, pretty cool. But I don't know. only I can make. Only I can make something myself. And most of the stuff I've made myself. Uh, uh, let me fix that. Most of the stuff I've made myself has been 3D printed or like manual projects. And now I've got a space to do it. Make a fursuit. What? Make me a fursuit. You want to be turned into a fursuit? Interesting. I've been teaching myself to sew a few months ago. Started working on my own dress for an event in March. That's awesome. I've got a whole bunch of like Ren Fair stuff, and it's one of those opportunities to dress up completely different from how people generally dress. So I really want to. I might just go to a Ren Fair and do that, but that could be a fun project to work towards. I want to show you something cool about this sewing machine. It's a computerized sewing machine. Very cool. And the reason it's very cool is that you can theoretically embroider text. And I'm frustrated. I don't have the bit. I don't have the piece that I've written stuff all over in thread. But I'm just making sure I'm not blind because I know I have it somewhere. Oh, is that it? Yeah, random things. Opinion on electric guitars, very cool. But like, you got different like thread. What do you call that? Like lines up. And then. All right. Well, this isn't the piece with my name on it, but I could sew stuff together. Yippee! Beep beep boop. Beep beep beep. And then I delete the things. All right, and then I can go get. What do I need? Got a little. I've already stabbed myself with a sewing needle once. It hurt. I wouldn't recommend it. Let me move these exotic buttons. Can I? Actually. Yes, I can do this. Why didn't I do this from the start? Where did my fucking tripod go? Where did I... Am I blind? Oh, it's right there. I was blind. I couldn't see it. So, what I'm going to do is give you guys an up-close and personal look at what I'm doing, so you can see it just a little bit better. And if this works quite well... I just remembered this camera's cable is actually really short. Do I have another camera somewhere? This is someone's hat. I cannot find one. Balls. Oh well. You can see a little bit from there. Let me try to put in a thing. So E is 05. Add. R is 18. Add. E is 05. Add, and then T is 20. Add, there we go. All right. And then I need a needle because I stabbed my finger and bent it, so I need a new one. Look at this tiny thing. Music's a bit loud compared to you when you turned away. Thank you for the heads up. There we go. How's that? Look at that needle. Tiny. And this sewing machine has a little thing that just grabs the thread and pulls it through the hole, so it works pretty easily. Can I bring you guys over? Nope. What if I... Nope. Sorry. I'm just trying to show what I could be doing. There we are. Get in the hole! I've got to put the needle in, and then I've got to turn this screw that, like, locks it in place. And then I need this little thing to tighten the stuff. Time to get a GoPro. I do have another camera. What if we're eye level with the foot? Oh, this. Yes, that's the foot. I thought you were talking about the foot or the pedal. Alright. And then let me... Alright, and then you've got to do the annoying part. Thread it. Balls, I dropped stuff. Wah, wah, wah. Down, up, around, down, and then into this thing, and then that thing goes into that, pull that down, pull that across, pull that through. It's good. I'm fine. Alright, that's quite a lot of spare thread on that side, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to be using white thread today. Have I already fucked this up? No, we're actually good. Fantastic! I surprise even myself. Alright. Fantastic. Then you pull this back. Lovely. And then we take our lovely dono, a donated victim. And we'll put this right there. And then we put that down. And we'll see if it works. I don't have any backing on this. I probably should. That's probably the correct way to do it, but we're doing it like this just because I'm lazy right now. And then I just hold it down. That shit ain't moving. Alright, we already have our first problem. This is why you use backing. But you could see that it was trying to do something. Why are you just staring at it? Because I pushed the button and it goes. Technically you can push back. You have a different flannel on? It's the exact same one as I was wearing before. You have to push it. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the size of the fabric. Do you listen to Crane Wives? They're very tall. I would like to see the size of the wives. Sorry, that was a dumb joke. Like, slide it. So it has these little grippers underneath that grab and pull the fabric automatically. So not really. All right, let me go get this backing stuff because it's important, unfortunately. So this stuff is dissolvable backing, and it stops the fabric from getting all up on itself a bit better. So I'm still learning how this stuff works. This stuff is dissolvable. Did you know that? Now you do. Oh my god, these scissors suck. I'll be back. Alrighty. Shall we try this one more time? Alright, so just put the dissolvable stuff right in my mouth. Are you from Quebec? You sound French. Damn. As a British person, I'm not quite sure how to take that. I. Damn. Damn. I'm kidding, of course. I know a little French, but it's been a while, and no one around me speaks French. So, you don't need backing stuff in this instance. It was all just being pushed down the hole. So, yeah. Look at this. Alright, let me try this one more time. And then, hopefully, just let me move it over a smidge. There we go. And now it's going! There we go. Is that the last bit? Come on! Did it just do the last couple of bits? I think it might have. Yes, alright. Well, let me put this down one more time and do it again. There we go. I should be able to show you a better up close.
I am not home, but we stream.
But it's
good to see you,
this
boss
thing
man,
getting
and
stabbed
good
a
luck
lot.
with your sewing
Death Shadow
project.
rules. I'd be doing absolutely
sources
fantastic.
The reset soon. 3.
There's the second E. Alright, that should hopefully be good. Please, please, please be good. What? What did it do? Alright, well, you can kind of see that. You can kind of see it. You can see where it ran off the end of the stuff. I promise it looks it's looked so much better before. I really promise. The good thing about sewing and embroidery and stuff is that if it looks like arse, you could use a thing called a thread ripper. Is it embroidering? This is a sewing machine with embroidery features. Yes, it's a computerized sewing machine. Let me take this big platform off so I can show you. Let me show you its features. So it's got a whole bunch of different stitches, and it can do quilting, and it can do letters and numbers, and that seems pretty cool. I think it was like $250 dues, but it worked pretty good. Fit check. Oh my goodness. It is the Brother XR9550. I looked up how do I use this machine, and the tutorial video from it was literally from the 1990s. Which I wasn't expecting. But it works great. It works really good. So I'm happy with this. Fit check. Let's do a fit check. So let me stand back a little smidge. Oops. Oh my goodness. Fit check. Fit check. It's not. I need how do I do it? Like I don't know. I need a carpet. That's one thing I need in this space. But I've got a carpet directly above below my desk. But like, my God, I keep tripping over stuff. But the whole floor of this place is made of concrete. So yeah. The king is alive. Hello. Oh, you guys are gonna see I don't have a ceiling. Fuck. You can't see that. That's not allowed. One day I will have a ceiling. I forgot I had this. That's so cool. I only have to do embroidery a little by hand. The brother brands are fantastic. Yeah, they're good. I did a bunch of research, and this is a very decent one. I'm not sponsored. They didn't pay me. I got this as a birthday present, so I didn't, it's done me good so far. Oh yes. I feel like oh no, people are going to think I'm a nationalist now. Fuck. This is a really big flag, by the way. I had this in my background when I back in like 2020, I believe. Just had a big empty wall behind me. Last time I saw you, we both were not on estrogen. Now we both are. Congrats, you look amazing. Thank you. I am now 1 year, 9 months. April 2024 was when I started. And now I've been on estrogen plus progesterone for the past 9 months and estrogen for the past year and a bit. And it's the tension needs to be right too. Thanks, Mom. Hi, Mom. Love you. I love my mom. Gender juice. Cheers. I do have some. That just went blurry. I do want to like unpack some stuff and be like, hey, look at all these cool things that we have. But I don't want to miss stuff that people are sharing either. But also, if I don't take them out of the bags, they're going to stay in the bags for the rest of time. That's where this hat went? Love you too. Thanks, Mom. Let me VIP you. There we go. Thanks, Mom. Do you still have the Lemamberg flag? I have art of the Lemamberg flag, and let me see if I can find it. I'll be right back. have this. Ta-da! This was made, I believe, by Mr. Magnet. Yes. Which gender designs? Or at least design. Ha! Called it. Yes. I like this hat. Perhaps it isn't as good as this hat, but I'm sure you will understand. I am now Brett. I have become Brett Bread, destroyer of worlds. Oh my goodness. Bread cult? Oh my god, what the fuck? Do you have preference which pronoun we use? I use any pronouns. You can use whatever you want. I don't care. Oh, and then of course we have there we go. That was a bit violent. I just saw what that looked like on the screen, and I immediately felt bad for Elmo. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Elmo. That's alright. I love this guy. He's going to look depressed in the back of our streams for a while. We also have Jungle Skog. Creeper. Fuck. Sorry, I knocked down some stuff. Oh, another hat. Holy shit. The level of sophistication one has to have in order to pull off such a garment. Perhaps not even sophistication, perhaps I should refer to it more as bravery. The level of bravery one has to pull off a hat such as this. The ladies understand. The men understand. The people in between or otherwise also understand the pure, unfiltered attraction that come with a hat such as this. I remember the stream you got carrots trending on Twitter. Oh my god, that was that was iconic. Okay, so also, I want to... Lad! Athos, thank you for gifting... Oh my... Athos, thank you for gifting a whole year of sub to my mum. Appreciate you. Thank you. Fogs. What else is in here? We've got a banana for scale. Fantastic. A piece of bread. Another hat. And another hat. I like crumb cup toast. This hat's a little small for me, but it kind of fits. If I were to make a sketchbook page dedicated to you, what colors would you like? Purple and like burgundy red, like red wine red. Those are cool colors. Yeah. And then like kind of like a blue or something. I don't know. There's so many hats. I have a whole box. Where are they? Ugh. I have a whole box of hats that I can barely wear because, oops, sorry. Because I've got such a big head. I like this hat though. I've never really tried. And I can do it underneath. That will keep. I mean, my hair keeps my ears warm anyway, but I like that. Put a cat badge on there and look like a Soviet military person. What other hats do I have? There we go. There we go. There we go. Holy shit. Guys, I'm not sure you're gonna believe this. I got a Paw Patrol hat. Signed by Jesus Christ. That's crazy. How much do you think I can get for this on Facebook Marketplace? This is special. This is very special. I've got this guy. He's not a hat, but he came from somewhere. Yeah, I've got a lot of hats. I've not seen myself wearing a hat like this. Seriously, and if it continues to be as fucking cold as it is, it's currently below freezing still, and it's 3 p.m., so, he could be a hat. There we go. Perfection. You might need that one today. Genuinely, I went outside and the ground was slippy, and I literally just sprinkled like sea salt or like salt over it, and it melted over a while. It worked. Salt works. That's not groundbreaking to me, but it feels like new information. I've not been able to try it before. I've only really experienced snow and rain and like sleet and slush. I've never experienced an ice storm before. Oh! That's cute. I also have one more type of hat. This one is really small on me. Hey, oh. It barely fits. There we go. Perfect. Fantastic. If I wear that for long, I'm gonna have a red line just around my head. How about the shiny metal hats? They make it in one piece. One piece? Hats are important. Where did I put Mr. Magnet? Yes. I also still have plentiful capes and stuff. Do you still have the painting I gifted you at San Diego 24? Just curious. I have never thrown away anything anyone has given me ever. So if you have ever sent me something, given me something, I still have it somewhere. Is that Exotic Butters in the background? Yes. I'm missing a butter. Dear God. I found it. It was on the floor. Perfect. Fantastic. Let's start with the next bag of plushies. Sorry, that felt a little, dramatic. Worm. Whale. Dead. Dinosaur. B. Oh, this one's heavy. We got a elephant. We got a little blahai, or as some people call them, blahaj. Blahai is the way, and we've got he's been packed in there for a bit. There we go. My boy. My fella. I've got to work out good places for these. Do you haven't decided you're going to set up a P.O. box there? I am going to be going to New York for 2 months. Later next month. So, maybe, yeah, we'll see. So, if I do, I'll do it after, but I haven't decided. I could do shorter term as well. We'll see. We'll see. I'll work something out. I haven't decided yet. I want to make sure that if I do set one up, it's not, like, right next to where I live. Because that wouldn't be fun. Sorry. No, you gotta see my ceiling! Whew. Jesus. That was close. Lobster. Mingo. Bread. This guy. Oh, he's from the farming game. Stardew Valley. Yes. Fantastic. And one more thing. Oh. Bread! Rib. What's up, my goose? This is my boy. I love this cat. I want to make him a little, like, goose-sized jacket or something at some point. Because I think he would look very dapper. Gato. He's confused because my whole desk is now covered in plush toys. I'll put the kitty in the sketchbook page. Yeah. Dude, what are you trying to do? Don't stand on my... He's standing on my keyboard. Here's the message he wanted you guys to know about. That was rude. That cat loves you. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. Do you want to be wearing L'Manberg dress or your outfit you're wearing now? I like the outfit I'm wearing now. L'Manberg dress is very 2020. Oh, something I thought was maybe not entirely funny, but I think it was like the 5-year anniversary of January 6th. But also, if you were watching the Dream SMP at the time, we had an event overthrowing the government on the exact same day. And the stream's not off. We're not. Goose almost turned my computer off. And so on the same day that we had that overthrowing the government thing, the Goose. All the Twitter was trending, like, saying overthrowing the government, and a whole bunch of people were like, this is about the Minecraft stream, right? No. It was the real world. Fantastic. Going from watching government fall to checking the real government falling, genuinely, yes. Let me check something real quick. First time catching a stream? First time? Jesus, well, welcome. This is the first time I'm streaming this year. The first time I'm streaming since October. So I also want to explain a little bit about my situation. So, previously, when making content, or before the Dream SMP at least, I had a lot of fun just streaming because I enjoyed it. And I was streaming because I like playing Minecraft. I was streaming because I like playing games with my friend. I was streaming friends because I was streaming because I liked the community I was building. And I hit the Dream SMP, and I went from like 100 average viewers to 10, 20,000 average viewers. And it's very, very hard to fuck around and make mistakes and take things not seriously when you have a level of viewership that some people work their whole careers to never achieve. And that's a lot of pressure. Someone who's just doing it as a hobby. Does Goose have a fluffy tail? No, he has a regular tail, and it's got like toasted sections on all the joints. Twitter understanding jokes challenge impossible. Yeah. This is my first time watching a stream ever. I did watch things on YouTube about you. Uh-oh. Do you promise to stream at least 3 times between now and June? So, what I wanted to say is, previously, my obligation to streaming, since I've blown up, my obligation to streaming has been to continue to grow, continue to get a bigger audience, and do all of this because it is what I do to earn money. What I did to earn money, primarily the only thing. And that just led to me having to stream as long as possible, as often as possible, and not really having the brain space to develop interesting ideas. Because when it's your career and you're your own boss, and if you don't keep up with the outflow of content, you don't have time for like R&D and stuff like that as much. And you've got the expectation of the community going like, hey, you said you're going to stream. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Sorry for those noises. I'm not quite sure where those came from. Greejived, how you doing, dude? But yes, I want to stream at least once a week or once every 2 weeks. Because I really want to try new things, think of interesting stuff, little projects to do, be able to prepare a little bit before these projects or streams, and have fun doing the things and interact with the community, rather than going, I don't know what to stream, thinking about it 5, 10, 15 minutes beforehand, and then just streaming whatever chat says they want to watch that day. Which, very fun. I enjoyed it. But burnout, man. Crazy. Your hair looks great, by the way. Thank you. I should not be playing with these around cables. Sorry. Will you ever go back to doing games with friends for fun? So something that you might have noticed if you watch my content much, or have watched my content much, is that I do generally prefer to do my stuff alone. I like being alone. I like just hanging out with community. I like not having to be aggressively social in order to get ahead. It's not me. I like doing what I like doing, and if other people also like what I like doing, fantastic. And if I meet other people who are also content creators.
Not.
Jesus, Athos, thank you for 100 gifted subs!
Not.
Jesus, dude, thank you. That's insane. I need you to know that you have doubled my sub count. Yeah. You're insane. Thank you. Alright, Eret, 3 times between now and June is on the notion. So that leaves me between January and June 5 months. That is 1 stream every other month. I can do that. I think I can do that. Do you think I asked that for no reason? Asked what? Huh? Oh, let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. What did I miss? I probably didn't miss it, but I've been talking a lot. Oh, do you promise to? Yes, that's why you asked. Why I'm going to be streaming more. Yes, I've got ideas, and I actually want to do them, and I'm not, like, weighed down by obligation to do the bare minimum to survive. I have a foundation I really want to build, and I've got ideas I really want to build. Anyone who's just been gifted a sub, by the way, congratulations. You now have access to the top secret Twitch subs channel in the Discord, as well as the Twitch subs Minecraft server. Top secret? It's very top secret, yes. The Minecraft server, which I believe is going into a new season yet? I saw a notification about it. Is the Queen willing to pose for a new PFP/wallpaper? How do I do that? What do you need? A pose? Like, you just told 138 of us. Yeah, but it's secret because you don't know what's in there. I'm very self-conscious about my ceiling. I really... How does one get on the server? Join the Discord, connect your Twitch account to your Discord, and then it'll update automatically, give you the role, and there's a thing in the Discord. It's been a while since I've checked. Oh my god, my hair. I don't know. When it's like test. Why can't I hear anything now? Did I unplug? Oh, yes, I did unplug my headphones. There we go. I don't have Discord. Darn. Where did the music go? That was a 6-minute song. Jesus. Okie dokie. Fantastic. Okay, so yes. Want to do more streams of that. Want to do more streams of making stuff. I've got the space to... I've got the space to make and do stuff. So I'm going to try and set up this background a little bit. And make it look very nice and pretty. I want to also set up... I want to set up wireless microphones, and I want to set up like I can wear, so I can just walk around the whole room, and you don't need to worry about me facing away from the microphone and it being really, really quiet until I get really close, and then everything just sounds like this. Oh, hello there. If you set up a PO box, the ceiling might not be so much of a problem. Your artist might create you this sistine basement. The pose can be whatever you want my PFE or wallpaper to be. My background's so messy. I've got a green screen. That could make things easier, potentially. I've got so much shit behind me. It's so disorganized. I just knew I needed to go live today. I needed to go live today because I have been putting it off for a while. I'd said I'm going to try streaming this weekend, and I'm here. At the very least, I'm here. The first one's always the hardest. Once you've done the first thing, you can do the rest. Oh, Goose. He's looking sad. I took his spot. I like the sewing machine in the background. Thank you. I'm going to be learning how to use this. Use this puppy? Is that something people say? Why does that sound so weird? Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure if I like that. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. I think we'll wait for green screen then. Okay. Let me go get it. Ah! Don't close OBS. No. Thank God. That would have been sad. There we go. Green. Fantastic. Oh boy, now it's out of focus. Just adjusting my top. Setting up a whole photo shoot. I just have this. I brought this all the way from Los Angeles. And I'm still too fucking close. There we go. I think the problem is I'm too fucking tall sometimes. Just be short. It makes things easier. Just be short. What do you mean sometimes you are tall? Sometimes I'm too tall, you know? What do you think I should do for the background? I don't know. I don't know what sort of... Let me tilt this up a smidge. Ah, my ceiling! The fit... that's the fit. There we go. Okay. So that's the outfit. I'm learning I can't do that anymore. We're not can't can't do that anymore. But like, these are still pretty new to me. So, oh, that's another thing. This. Hello, you're really far away. That's another thing. As you might know, I exist in a very fluidity. Come back here. Very fluidity, genderqueer kind of space, non-binary kind of in between. And that means that while I was assigned male at birth, a lot of the effort I've put into neutralizing my like passive gender presentation, other than like my voice stuff, has just been like amplifying my feminine aspects. And now I feel like I'm getting to a point where, let me put my headphones on. I'm getting to a point where I am getting perceived or addressed female, which is new to me and a bit foreign as someone who is preferably in a more neutral space. Can I get a heart sent my sis? Wait, that needs more impact. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Learning to sew, you say? Yes, I am learning to sew. At least I'm trying to learn to sew. I want to learn to sew. I got this sewing machine for my birthday, and it arrived about a week or two ago now. And so I'm only just starting to learn to sew stuff, and I don't have very many disposable t-shirts and stuff. I just have some ones that I don't care like cutting up, so I've got a bunch of these. So thrift stores would probably be a good place. There are for like fabric stores and stuff, but I'm learning. I want to just fuck about and make stuff, and then way down the line maybe make stuff that actually gets sold, because that could be cool. I highly recommend thrift store bed sheets. I didn't even know they did bed sheets at thrift stores. Interesting. Intriguing even. So yes, I want to try to like have projects to do with this thing, and I will have I just need to lean into that for a bit. I want to have projects, and I'm going to have a camera pointing closer to this so you can actually see what I'm doing, and then you can say, "Why are you doing this? It's not the right way to do this, Alistair. You're wrong." And I can be, "Oh yeah, I had no idea. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it." And hopefully, you guys can join me in my journey of learning how to, at the very least, fix clothes. And at the most, make my own. There's fixing clothes, customizing clothes, and then making your own. All the people in like before mass production, a lot of people just made their clothes because it was literally just cheaper. And so I want to dive into that and explore it a bit. Yeah, it's cool, and I want to know more at the very least, so that if I have a very nice like shirt or something that rips under here, I'm not just like, damn, I guess I'm gonna have to throw this shirt away. The creek beside my house is way out of its banks due to the rain we got today. Ooh, be careful. Down with fast fashion. True. Like, that if you have broken clothes, there will absolutely be like sewing and alteration shops locally who can fix your clothes for real cheap. If you're like, man, I really like this sweater, but it's got a tear down it, or oh, I really like these pants, but they got a rip in them, or this thing's missing its button, so I can't wear it anymore. Just take it to a sewing or alterations place, and they'll fix it for like $10, depending on the item, the number of items, whatever. And that'll save you having to buy a whole new thing. And I wanna learn. What flag identity do you use for your gender? Genderqueer, overarching, covers everything. Flags are cool. I have one of them, but I don't know where to put. Where is it? I have it right here. I unplugged my headphones. I also realized that most of the other streams I've done, I've had small headphones. There we go. This is the genderqueer flag. It looks like Luigi Waluigi flag. I think it's this way up. Or maybe it's this way. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. I kind of just like the pride flag, but this is my flag. If I wanted to get really specific with it, I think it's the one I gifted you at VidCon. It might be, genuinely. If any of you have ever given or sent me anything, I still have it. I have never... Okay, there are some creepy gifts that I have thrown away. But if you're still here, you're probably sane enough to not have given me one of those creepy gifts. Peak Dream SMP times were... Yeah. Yes. Like, I got that. Someone crocheted me a giant thing of my Minecraft skin up there. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, I am going to wrap up. This has been really cool. I've been going for an hour and a half, and I was like, let's see if I can at least go for like 40 minutes or something. And here I am, hour and a half later, feeling pretty natural. Fantastic. Streams will probably happen on weekends, but I'll let my staff know, of course, when I'm planning to go live. But I like the low-key aspect of it. Make sure you follow and have notifications on here on Twitch so you can be notified when I go live, because I'm learning a new format. I'm learning a new type of content. I'm learning a whole bunch of things. I really want me learning a skill to be something that's interesting and can be informative and help build a sense of community around this community in a time where the real world is really fucking scary. Ape together strong. I could have said something much more impactful there, but that's what I chose, apparently. I'm not sure if I regret that decision. Yeah, Shoots, how you doing, dude? Don't disappear for so long. I think you poofed out of existence. Yeah, there was... Someone posted on the subreddit going, where's Alistair? Where's Eret? Weren't they saying that they were, like, going to be coming back for a bit after they moved? And I was like, oh, damn, yeah. Well, now I've got a space, and it's not a shared space, and I can leave my things here, and I don't need to worry about people needing to use the space other than me. So I painted these walls and stuff. This is my space. Just watching that because I accidentally refreshed.
I've missed this voice changer quite a lot, actually.
I've just accepted that Eret streams come randomly without warning. Yeah, kinda. It's been a while.
Sorry.
That was quite queer of me. How queer? How peculiar. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone who subscribed. Thank you for people who followed. If this was your first stream here, incredible, really cool. I would love your guys' input on. Can be honest, I've had a shite year because this would be a sign of the end of that perfect timing. Thank you, Athos. You're incredible. I really appreciate you. The voice changer scared me. What if I do this? What's this one do? Sorry, it's been a while since I've had a voice changer, so I'm having a lot of fun with it. Thank you for being such a incredible person. Thank you guys. I want to do some really cool, interesting things. I want to meet more interesting people. I'm gonna try and meet interesting people when I'm in New York. Content's not going to be my main thing, but it's something I definitely want to do more of because I think it's fun and I really want to show you guys the things I work on. And this is live. You can't edit. I mean, you can edit this shit with AI, but I'm not AI. I think. Yeah, pretty real as far as I could tell. Streaming is a good excuse to play with your toys. Yes. Correct. Thank you for watching the ads. They help a lot. That's interesting. Streaming is a good excuse to play with your toys. Yes, exactly. And then you make the toys your job, and then the job becomes a thing you earn money through. So now you earn money for playing with your toys. And now if you play with your toys and you're not using them to earn money, then it feels like... And that's how burnout happens. I've met you twice. I don't think you're AI. Alistair Intelligence. Yes. See you next time. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Please stay, or whatever day it is for you, have a good next week. Stay safe with all the snow and ice in the US at the moment. It's a little bit scary. So I hope you stay safe. I walked outside and almost fell over, so I'm sure there are some people in worse situations.